Alright, we're back for day 4. Let's go ahead and get into another 7 endless rounds. Flip a twin minion, flip everything over here. Let's see, get good confessor. Has real witness 4, it's affected by evil. We have double fortune teller here. Do we have any doubles? We have doppelganger, so I think I don't see any other doubles. I think those are just good, which means you're lying. So what do we have here? 5 could be Puka, which would mean you're telling the truth, and you would be corrupted, and then like 2 would be like Twin Minion or something. Let's try this, because you have to be Fortune Teller and Doppelganger pretty much. There's no other doubles. Twin Minion Puka, so you're lying. So I think there's a good case for it just being 5 and 2 here. So let's say 5 is corrupted. That would mean 6 is Puka, and 6 could be telling the truth, so that's never the case. So 5 is definitely lying here. Or definitely, yeah, fake here. It was Puka. And so yeah, I think it should be 2 here as well. Cool. Got to group the game. Got that. That's never true. Because if any of 1 through 3 were Puka, then 2 would not be saying that, so you're definitely lying. Which means... I know none of these 3 can be Puka anyway because of that, for that reason. So I think it's 5 and 4 is drunk. Because 1 says 1 away from corrupted character. Let me do this. You say there's drunk. I think 4 is drunk and 5 is Puka. Darn. Okay, what does this mean for me then? Is it 6 then? Or is it 4? Dang, I thought I had that, to be honest. Okay. Let's see. 2 is never the drunk, and 3 is never the drunk, right? If 4 is drunk, then 6 is Puka, and that's that. If 4 is not drunk, and 6 is drunk, if 6 is drunk, then 4 is Puka. Ooh. Yeah, I kind of messed up here. I should run through the scenarios a little more there. That's on me. I might go with 4. I think I'm gonna go with 4, just because in the case where 6, or in the case where 4 is Puka, 1 is telling the truth because he's 1 away from 6 would be drunk. And in the case where it's 6, 3 basically has to say that, because the only other thing you could possibly say is there's no outcast, and that'd be true. So I'm gonna go with 4 for that reason, but it is ultimately pretty much 50-50. I got lucky though. That was just bad. I probably should have focused on that a little more, try and do some more focusing here. Okay, I'll flip everything over here. Okay. So we have to do with Doppelganger. We have double Fortune Teller. Is there anything else? It might be a little Fortune Teller. Yeah, cool. They're both good. I don't know if they're telling the truth. They're both good. At least one of them's telling the truth. Let's see. So one, that's pretty evil. So four's going to be one's corrupted. Those are not adjacent to each other. It's pretty believable. Right side's more evil. So there's not a lot of info to go off of here, unfortunately. So let's... Yeah, this is tricky. So 9 says there's 2 corruptions around him. So that would mean both Puka and Poisoner would be like within like his like influence, I guess, because he can't cure both the corruptions from Puka, so one of them would have to be from Poisoner. Which would mean, say for telling the truth, these guys would both be not evil. Then obviously 3 wouldn't be evil, so like it could be like 6 and like one of these 2, or 6 would have corrupted 7. And then, well, let's say you're telling the truth. Let's say you're not evil. Who is clear? You're clear, you're clear, you're clear, you're clear. So that's between 7, 6, 1, 2. 1, 2, and 7 would not be corrupted. 6 could be corrupted. And then obviously like pretty much everyone else could be corrupted except for 4. Well, 4 wouldn't be corrupted in that case, which would mean 1 is affected by an evil, which would mean 2 is one of them. And then the other 2 would be one of these 2. 7 would be lying in that case, so I think it'd just be 7. So 7-2 is a shout here. I think in the case of that, this one is past 7 too. Okay, let's go through that again. It can't be either of these because for him to have cured. Oh no, because drunk. Oh, drunk complicates things. That's not true because drunk exists. That does complicate things. That kind of opens up to 5 and 4 being potentially evil because you could just say drunk was around him. That's tough. I mean, I think Knight is telling the truth. But I mean, it's not that necessarily telling the truth, but I think it's likely. Let's go off what 7's saying. If 7's telling the truth, then there's no evils in 8, 7, 6, and 5. The evil would be between 9, 1, 2, and 4, because everything is not evil. So what does that mean then? If 9 is good, then it is, let's see, 1, 2, 4. I think it could be any 2 of the 3. Do I ever want to just kill 1 here? So if I kill 1 and 1's corrupted, I can kill 9 for sure. And then where does that leave me? I feel like at least there's a decent basis for the future. Especially if 9's spooked, then I know 8 is like potentially corrupted. Well, 8's doppelganger, obviously. Yeah, well, let's see. In the case where 1 is corrupted, which is the only bad case there, I can kill 9. 9 was definitely evil in that case. And then I can, like, check 6. Heck, I can check 6 right now if I want. Honestly, I think I will check 6 right now, because I know it's Fortune Star Doppelganger. Drunk Rebuke. Okay, so he's lying. Noted. So, what is the play? So, well, let's just go through. If I kill 1 and 1 is corrupted, I can then kill 9. Like, I can use Slayer on 9 to check Slayer. If Slayer is real, then that gives info. And if Slayer is corrupted or otherwise fake, that also gives info. I think I'm just gonna do it. That was Poisoner. Okay. So, you're lying. Honestly, I got a little jump scared when it died, to be honest. But it was evil, so it's fine. Okay, so you're lying. So 9 probably could have cured 2. Assuming 2's not drunk or Kuga. So is it? Oh, it's never 5 here. I know both 4 and 6 are lying, and 5 can't be Puka, because 5's Puka is telling the truth. So that's good info. So Puka has to be like, I think it has to be 7 or I think it has to be 7 here, and then 4 is drunk. Because here's the thing, because 5 can't be Puka, because then 5's Puka to 5's telling the truth. And I know 6 and 4 are both lying, so Puka has to be somewhere around there. And it can't be 4 or 6, because then they would obviously corrupt 5. Then 5 would be lying. Which would mean it has to be 3 or 7. I know 3 is good, so then it has to be 7 here. Okay. Huh. Cool, I guess. I think I took a risk there, just because I was kind of tired of mulling over on the same question, but it worked out. Let's see. Chancellor goes away. 5, 6, and 7. Good Confessor. 1 is a real scout. Like Darker, you're telling the truth. Cool. So, or that implies 6 is fake here, and 1 is fake. So, that's cool. My fault. You know what? Should have considered that. Also, that does mean 1 isn't scout, though. Or, means 1's not drunk, I mean, so we can kill that. Minion. Let's just use you. What you got? 8 is good. So the direction is 4 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 here. So I'll leave 3, I guess. That would do it, yeah. Now, was there a real plague doctor? No, there was not. Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll take that. So, Lilith's Chancellor, 3 outcasts-ish. Busy Confessor. They're only way you're telling the truth is if you're corrupted by Plague Doctor, but it's possible, so. So now I'm doubting it. The chance the Rambler is fake is like really low, which really makes me think it's just 1 in 9, but I don't want to get too hasty here. See, now you say 2, shut up. Now, I'll wait for now. Retch, okay, so could you retch remember Plague Doctor and there's no wrong? Right. 7 is evil. Okay, so 9 is drunk then. Or 1 is fake and it's 2 and 3? I mean, it is either 1 or 3, obviously, here. One or 3 is the Chancellor here. Because if 1 or 3 is the Chancellor, then 2 is not the Chancellor. Which does mean 2 is real and 1 is fake. Which means 9 is drunk and there's 4 outcasts, just because why not, I guess. You know, whatever. 9's corrupted, the 9's drunk. Make it make sense. Okay, so 4, so I think it's just between 4 and 8 then. And I'm a little scared of 8 being drunk, so I'm gonna go 4 first. Well, is there ever, like, not any of those? Because you say 9 is corrupt. Because you say 7 is evil, and 7 is evil. I think that's how that works. I think that you register as evil meaning to other characters, and you're another character, so that should work. I also don't think I've ever seen Plague Doctor say that about a wretch before. So I do think 9 is corrupted here. I think 9 is... Alright, that's right. I think 9 is drunk, that's what I said, right? And if 5 can't be evil anyway, so yeah. 9 is drunk, which means 8's not drunk. So 8 is safe here. Okay, it's 4 now. And I guess 6 is corrupted here by Plague Doctor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 4 outcasts and there should have been 3. Interesting. Okay. Oh, game moves a bit. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Hookah minion, just flip everything over. 7 or 9 is a minion. Well, Bombardier is obviously real. Counterclockwise. 3 cards from corrupted character. Hookah's 4 from was evil. No adjacent. 1 card from adjacent. 2 affected by evil. Okay. I don't see any doubles. There should be 8 villagers. Yeah, okay. So let's see here. 2 is saying 7 basically is minion. Let's say 7 is minion. If you're telling about 2 affected by an evil, which would be true, you would be telling the truth. 3 cards from corrupted character would be a lie in that case. Because neither 8 nor 2 would be corrupted. Moves adjacent. Took the 4 cards away. Well, let's see. Or 5 could be drunk, I guess. Oh, or 8 could be drunk, right? Because there is drunk. Well, who would be corrupted by Puka then? Because if you're Puka, then you're telling the truth. If you're Puka, then you're telling the truth. If you're Puka, you're telling the truth, and 2 is telling the truth. If you're Puka, then you're telling the truth. Just 8 would be Puka then. And then 5 would be drunk, and then 3 would also be lying. So I think 2 has to be lying then. Because let's go through that again. If 2 is telling the truth, 7 is minion. You're telling the truth. In order for you to be telling the truth, you would have to be drunk. You could only be adjacent to Puka. Or, like, are you ever... No, well, no. If 5 or 3 couldn't be Puka, because 2 and 6 would be telling the truth. And you would never be Puka, because then you'd be telling the truth. You would never be Puka, because you'd be telling the truth. The only person who could be Puka is 8. But then 5 would be lying, because 8 and 2 wouldn't be corrupted. And 3 would be lying, because Puka wouldn't be 4-way from Slayer, or from Minion. So, 7 is not Minion, which means you're lying. Now, we do have a couple of people that are saying 2 is corrupted. So, let's go and say 1 is Puka. That means 9's clear, 8's clear, 7's clear, 6 is clear. And the other evil would be between 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if 2 is real, 5 would be telling the truth about that. Maybe like 8 would be drunk, right? But then it could be 3. And then, well, then 6 would be lying. And 5 would be lying. So let's say 5. 5's probably lying then. I don't think this works either. For who's Puka, because let's say you're Puka, right? If you're Minion, then 6 is lying and 7 is lying. So that's not going to work. If you're Minion, then you're lying, which is fine. And then 4 is lying. And 6 is lying, and 5 is potentially lying. If 8's not drunk, so that won't work. If you're Minion, then you're telling the truth, so that's not going to work. If you're Minion, then 4 is or the 4 is drunk. Actually, that might work actually. Because you'd be 4 cards away. You'd be clockwise. Then who's drunk then? Couldn't you? Well, then who would drunk be? Because if drunk was 8, then you'd be telling the truth. So I think it's not you. Because in order for it to be you, it does work out, except where would you place the drunk? You would be the drunk. I found it. You were the drunk. Okay. I think I might have said that and forgot about it. Okay, so 1 and 5 is a possibility here. And I don't hate that possibility at all, to be honest. Now let's say it's 3 here, right? 3 corrupts 2 and 4. 5 is lying. You are lying. So 5 and 1 are always lying. 3 is Puka. Which would mean 1 would have to be Minion and the other would have to be drunk. Does this work out? If it's 5, then 6 is drunk. Or no, if 5 is Minion, then 6 is on the truth, is what I meant to say. And then 1 would be drunk. That does also work. So I think I just want to kill 5 here, to be honest. That was minion. Okay, so I think it's one or three here then. So I can just use Slayer on one of them, because Slayer should be fine in this case. I guess, is ever two here? It's two, then yeah, you're corrupted, and you're corrupted. Then you and you are both lying, so yeah. It's one of one and three. I think I'd have to at one to shoot. I think I'm gonna shoot two or one. I mean, okay. We got there. All these rounds, it's like, so I'm not like fully going through it because I don't want to really spend that much time on this, especially when I do kind of want to leave soon-ish. So I'm just going to the point where I like feel like he's decent about an option, and then just going with it. Boss, 2 different places evil. It's all over. Okay, Plague Doctor is good. 1 corruption, that's believable. Counterclockwise. Okay, we have double fortune tower, so one of those is poisoner. And then you like would have cured it. The only way you don't cure it is if you're Ba. And if you're Ba, then 7 that's would be corrupted by Plague Doctor. Let's just do this. Let's see who's lying. You're lying. Okay. There's that, and then you would have poisoned you, which means you would have poisoned one of you, and you cured it. You say this. I know you're telling the truth. Well, 6 is never the evil here. So 6 is evil, he's telling the truth. So he's never evil here. I wonder if he's... Is it for 4 then? And you're corrupted? Because yeah, you're telling the truth. That would be 4, then 7's corrupted. Yeah. Alright. Oh. Some definitely tricky rounds today that took a lot of kind of mapping through that I ended up rushing through a little bit, but we mostly made it out except for that one round where I almost didn't make it out, but it's alright. I'll be back tomorrow.